Hello, Facebook. Good morning, Facebook Live. December 12th here, Saturday. Weekend is here. Just got done with my run a little bit ago. It's going to be up in the 50s today. It's going to be a really nice day today. And I hear Wednesday, we're just going to snow. Somebody told me this morning. Just get some snow on Wednesday up to 3 inches. So hope everybody's ready for a little snow. So it's Saturday morning here. We've had a busy week here at the restaurant, like a really busy week. So thank you everybody who's been supporting us. Our $9.99 ribeye steak special is killing it this week. We're doing a $9.99 to-go ribeye steak. And I mean, every night we're selling 25, 35 of these. We're selling a lot of these. So thank you everybody for your support. We really appreciate it. And there's also our beef teriyaki, which is $9.99. We're almost out of our beef teriyaki. The specials go until tomorrow, until Sunday, and then Monday we'll announce new specials. Some new exciting specials on Monday, some really good $9.99 deals, and that will run all week long. Tomorrow we do our mussels, $9.99 mussels with shrimp and Thai green curry sauce, organic coconut milk, organic brown rice. Really an awesome dish. That's one of my favorite dishes that we do once a week. So that's the story with that. Wine dinner on Monday. New York City restaurants are shut down, or will be shut down Monday for indoor dining. I'm assuming it's going to happen here at some point, so we're kind of gearing up for that. So we are gearing up for that because that probably will happen. So we'll hope for the best of that, and everybody's being safe and healthy, drinking lots of water, vitamin D, vitamin C, all that kind of stuff. Support your immune system. It's more important than ever right now to support your immune system. All right, so good morning, everybody tuning in. Got a few people on this morning. Thank you. All right, so I need help with a question. I got a question for you I need help with. So see behind you here all those cool wines and beer, wines and spirits, and sometimes you have beer out there too. And so all those things there are stuff that other restaurants in town typically don't carry. The majority of our stuff is stuff that typically other restaurants don't carry, and wine shops don't carry. I'm extremely conscious, especially when we start buying wines. So these wines here, when we start buying wines, I always ask the salesperson, who's the closest account that stocks this item? Because I don't want to create where I have this wine here and you can go down the street into the wine shop and it's floor stacked and it's a big price. I mean, it's a cheap price, and because they're buying 25 cases, I only buy 2 cases. So I kind of want to avoid, it sort of devalues the wine if it's all over the place, so to speak. So a lot of good restaurants will do the same exact thing. It's a very common practice to avoid stocking things that other restaurants are stocking, even when it comes to beers and everything. So a lot of sales reps are very, very conscious. They'll walk in, so for example, if they're coming into Ellenville and the same rep is gonna visit 2 or 3 restaurants, so a good rep will have different wines in their bag for me versus other restaurants on the same street or in the same town, because they know they don't want to double place the same wine, because it doesn't benefit the brand. It doesn't benefit the brand to be flooded in the market. It's like the same musicians playing at the same restaurant. It floods the market with that musician, and it's not as an impact as when that musician plays in one place. So that's why we don't try to book. That's why we never book a musician that's previously playing another place. If that's just been a policy of ours since the beginning. We just don't like to double book like that. There's a lot of musicians out there, and to make it interesting. So it's my job to find these musicians to come in and do a great job, and it takes a little more work than just saying, hey, this musician's doing great at another restaurant on the block, let's pull them in. So the same thing with wine and beer, same exact concept. And good salespeople understand this, and they will not double place items. So just recently, I was told that 2 other people in town are pouring Sloop Juice Bomb. Now, we grabbed on the Sloop Juice Bomb back when the pandemic hit, and I said, you know what, I'm going to buy Sloop Juice Bomb, and I'm going to blow it out at $5 a pint, and that's going to be our go-to beer. And we've sold tons of Sloop Juice Bomb, tons. Like they're like the sales rep was like, you're like killing it this year with the Sloop, like killing it. But I just recently found out that 2 other accounts in town here have Sloop Juice Bomb. So Cody, our beer guy, was like, well, Marcus, you know what that means? It's time to drop Sloop Juice Bomb. It's not time to let's switch it up and bring something else in. So we brought in Fiddlehead, and I love Fiddlehead. I love Fiddlehead IPA. So the Sloop Juice Bomb's a hazy IPA as well. And we had a guest say to us, "Why'd you get rid of the Sloop Juice Bomb?" And I said, "Well, because other restaurants have it in town. There's 2 other restaurants that have it in town, and I wanted to be different. You know, I love Sloop. I love what they do. I'll bring them back in. I'm not mad at Sloop. I'm not mad at the salesperson because legally anybody can buy anything. That bottle of wine that's right there, any restaurant, any shop can buy any of these bottles of wine that are sitting back there because by law the state has sell them to them. But again, a good rep will go from, if a good rep is going to 3 restaurants on the same block and he pulls his wine bag in, each restaurant will have their own wine bag that he's bringing in, their own wines that he's bringing to taste them, to not double place items and to make each restaurant unique. All right, because again, it doesn't benefit by flooding the market. So Cody and I talked about it, and Cody was like, "Yeah, let's get rid of Sloop Juice Bomb." So somebody said to us last night, "Why'd you get rid of it?" I loved it. And I explained, they go, "That makes sense." He goes, "But Marcus, nobody in town is doing it as cheap as you. You're like $5 a pint. Everybody else is more than that, significantly more than $5 a pint on Sloop Juice Bomb. So, you know, so here's the question. Should I bring Sloop Juice Bomb back in knowing that 2 or 3 other accounts in town have Sloop Juice Bomb, and we're the cheapest anyway, we're the best value anyway. Because again, I'm trying to keep our prices down during COVID because I want to be fair to everybody and I want to move volume, and the key is moving volume as opposed to letting stuff sit and go bad. I did a video a couple weeks ago about, you know, our tuna. If we're out of tuna, it's because I didn't want to throw out tuna. I wanted to run out of tuna. I want to keep things fresh and I want to keep things moving. So if I overstock my tuna and end up throwing it out, it doesn't make it profitable for me in a very hard financial time right now. So I really have to run, you know, very tight on inventory. So we do run out of things, and that's why. Because I don't want to throw it. I'd rather run out. So I need your opinion. Do you think I should bring Sloop Juice Bomb back in knowing that the 2 other restaurants in town have it? Or should I stay unique and find a different IPA that's equally as good, something like the Fiddlehead IPA, which we have on tap right now. It's on tap right now. I had a glass last night. I had a half a glass last night, and it's delicious. Sloop Juice Bomb is, probably I like Sloop Juice Bomb a touch more than the Fiddlehead, but both are very, 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 very good. So, need your help. Drop a comment. Should I bring Sloop Juice Bomb back in knowing that other restaurants have it? Or should I be unique and pull in something else? And still, the Fiddlehead's still $5 a pint. Whatever hazy IPA we bring in, my goal is to keep it at $5 a pint. That's the goal. Previously, it was $8 or $9 a pint for these type of beers. $5 a pint. I want to keep volume moving. I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep, you know, I want to keep an IPA, good IPA on that everybody can be like, yeah, Marcus is doing the right thing. So whatever IPA we bring in, and I don't want to keep switching it. I want to have a standard. I want to have a standard like everybody just knows all the time. Hey, they've always got Sloop Juice Bomb for $5 a pint. Or they always have Fiddlehead for I don't want to switch it up. Our canned beers, our canned IPAs, we switch it up, and that's where it gets very interesting. You know, 1 case of this, 1 case of this, 1 case of this, and it's super fresh. And there's still a great value on that. We're doing those for $24.99 for 4 beers, 4 of those beers in cans, which is a fantastic deal. We might go back to $19.99 if they shut us down again. If they shut us down again and we can only do takeout, we might go back to that $19.99 4-pack takeout, which killed it for us this spring. I mean, we just crushed it on that. So again, trying to keep good value. So just drop comments, everybody. That would help me keep Sloop Juice Bomb, knowing that other restaurants have it, and keep it at our price, or buy something different, unique, interesting that nobody else has. So, and again, there's like, I don't know, 6,000 breweries in the U.S. I've lost track of how many breweries in the U.S. There's literally, I don't know, 3 years ago there was 4,600 and counting, so I'm just making a guess. There's 6,000 breweries. I don't know. But there's over 5,000 breweries in the U.S., so it's easy to keep interesting beer on draft and in cans. It's super, super easy to keep interesting beer with all those breweries in the U.S., and a lot of them are making really, really awesome beer. Yep, so just drop a comment, let me know. I appreciate it. We open at 3 o'clock today. 3 o'clock today, 3 o'clock tomorrow, 5 o'clock on Monday, closed Tuesday, Wednesday. If you want to donate to our Christmas Day Soup Kitchen, go to our homepage, RomanTimeBistro.com, scroll down, click the little banner there. It takes you to chefonamission.com, the little shopping cart, and you can donate. That would be great. And anything from $5 to $10 makes a huge difference. If you can donate more, that's fantastic. It costs like $5 a person to pull that off. and it's a no questions asked meal on Christmas Day. You call Family Available 647-2443. You'll get on a list, and we will deliver a meal to you. We've been doing that for 18 years. And again, it's free of charge. It's a no questions asked meal. You don't need to have financial hardship to receive a meal. You just need to, a lot of elderly seniors get it that are just home alone. And of course, this time of during COVID, there's gonna be a lot more people home alone. So we're happy to deliver a warm meal. So, yep, and that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate your support. We couldn't be here without you, and we'll keep doing our best to keep moving forward, being safe and offering good values, and keeping our staff employed. So as much as we can, we want to keep our staff employed. They want to stay employed. Our staff, we had to cut hours a little bit because we slowed down, and our staff was, we had one of our slowest weeks of the year last week after Thanksgiving. And our staff was like, do you have more hours for us? Do you have more hours? We want to work, we want to work, we want to work. So we have one staff member who's taking leave of absence for almost 2 months because he's going to Chile to visit family. So that helps other people get hours. And we have one person that's moving to Florida. Megan's moving to Florida, and we knew that's been happening for months. So she's finally doing that, and she's been here over a year and done a really great job for us. So that kind of frees up some other hours for other people. We won't be replacing those people until spring. Who knows what's going to happen, right? So we want to keep our staff employed. They want to work. They want to work. They want to make money. They want to be here. So we're trying to do our very best to keep everybody employed. Our $9.99 ribeye steak has helped a lot. Has helped people keep their jobs this week because that is keeping us very, very, very busy. So thank you everybody who's taking advantage of that. And and I see some comments coming in. I really can't see everybody's comments on my iPad. So I'll read those comments in a bit here and respond back. I've got to head to our Airbnb property. We're opening it up next week, officially opening up next week, doing a little bit of construction still. So we're now going into Airbnbs and doing catering and stocking. A lot of people that check into Airbnbs upstate here are not used to going to the grocery store. They're from New York City. They call Fresh Direct, and they want their refrigerators stocked, right, in New York City. Same thing up here. They don't want to go into a grocery store. They don't want to know where a grocery store is. We find that a lot of these people I don't want to know the grocery store is. Just want to eat. So we're reaching out to Airbnb owners right now, and we'll stock Airbnbs. We have an Airbnb that we're opening next week. 7 bedrooms, sleeps 22 people. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kitchen. 12-person swim spa. 16-person theater. It's really, really over the top. It's an awesome, awesome property that we're working on. And we're going to be able to do weddings there. When we can do weddings again for even up to 200 people, we'll be able to pull off weddings there. It's good. Fantastic, fantastic space, big yard. Just really, really awesome. Jamie did a catering job last night in an Airbnb because now we're rolling this out, again, to keep busy. And she was like, when she got back, she was like, she got there, she had to set up the food and, basically offer, be able to. We can send a bartender to an Airbnb. We can send a cook or a chef to an Airbnb. We can stock the Airbnb. We can deliver food to Airbnbs. Airbnbs are very, very popular upstate here right now, like super popular. Everybody's like booked solid. So we're really excited to be getting into this part of this because it's revenue, and this is going to help all these grocery sales here. All of our ingredients, all of our groceries. It's going to be able to help all of that. Keep moving items. We have wild smoked salmon coming in this next week. Wild Coho smoked salmon. And we also just got H&H Bagels in from New York City. We're stocking that now. That's a big thing. So Jamie, my story for this, Jamie went to this Airbnb last night. Beautiful, beautiful house. She was an amazing property. And she was, all of the kitchen stuff was so cheap. And we've been finding that every time we go into an Airbnb and do this, that the kitchen equipment is just so cheap. The pots, the pans, the lathe, the spoons, everything is just really, really just cheap. And it's like, and Jamie's like, the stuff that we bought for ours is like just so much different, like the quality of all the appliances. We're buying everything from our restaurant supply house. So is what we're doing. So we're buying everything from where we buy our restaurant equipment. So the whisks, the spoons, the pots, the pans, all that good stuff is is what we're putting on our Airbnb. Jamie's like, I wish when I was cooking last night I would have had half of what we have at our Airbnb that we're doing. So you can go check our Airbnb out, timeestate.com, THYME estate.com. And we're working on another property too, smaller property, little studio closer into town here. So we're working on a bunch of things, just trying to keep busy and stay alive and make money and keep offering food. We realize, and Jamie and I do a lot of restaurant consulting, and I've had the first thing I reiterate to anybody who we work with is that people still need to eat. If you're a restaurant owner, people still need to eat. You have to adapt the way you're giving and delivering food, and adapt quickly because they're still eating. It's not that people aren't eating; people are eating, and if you can figure out how they're eating, you get the food to them, and you will win that game. So that's the story with that. All right, folks, thanks for those comments. I really, really appreciate it. I'll go back and read the comments later. And that's it. Hope everyone has an amazing day. Enjoy the weather today. Enjoy that mid-50s. I know I will. And have a great weekend.